Hi, I'm Father Joe, and I want to start off today telling you a story. I was assigned to a consolidated parish, two parishes coming together in a pretty rough neighborhood. So we wanted to get a sense of who was in the neighborhood. We did a door-to-door census. So I'm moving along door to door. I got to one door, and there was a little girl answered the door, and I was pretty sure I'd seen her at church before. So I asked, "Is your mom or dad home?" She looked at me kind of suspicious. So I got down right at her level, and I said, "Now, do you know who I am?" That didn't help. She panicked, ran back in the house yelling, "Mom, there's a man at the door who doesn't know who he is." What are you going to do? Let's look at this week's question. All right. Oh, we've got two this week. First of all, Dear Father Joe, I am a divorced Catholic. Some people have told me that I cannot receive communion, and other people have told me that I can. Who is right? Me? I'm always right. Let's take a look at it. All right. There's different situations here. So in this case, can you receive communion? Well, if you're divorced and not remarried, you can receive communion. Or if you're divorced and remarried inside the church, you can receive communion. However, if you're divorced and you remarried outside of the church, then we ask you not to receive communion. And here's why. For us, we say that the Eucharist is the sign and the source of our unity. And because it's the sign and source of our unity, we have to receive it in a state of union. So you could say it this way. Those who are baptized are obligated to marry in the Catholic Church. If you have then been baptized in the church and married outside the church, we say you're outside of communion and you shouldn't receive the sign or source of that. If that's the case, I encourage you to go to your priest and have a good talk with him and see what we can do to make this right. Let's look at our next question. Dear Father Joe, I am a Protestant who goes to church with my Catholic spouse. I want to receive communion, but I was told that I can't. Why can't I? Well, to be honest, I don't know if you'll really want to receive communion. See, to Catholics, the Eucharist, again, is the sign and the source of our unity together, our unity of heart and mind. That Catholic theology, our agreement on Catholic theology is part of that unity. Now, with our Protestant brothers and sisters, there's things we're in unity with you on, and there's things that we're not in unity with you. So we ask that if you're not in union, you don't receive the sign and source of the union. For example, we believe that the Eucharist is the flesh and the blood of Jesus. Most of our Protestant brothers and sisters don't. Now, if you do believe that, please make sure and talk to the priest at your church so that you can, in a sense, see if you are ready to become Catholic and then receive the sign and the source of that unity that Catholics enjoy. If not, let me just say this, that for myself, I think it's great that you go with your spouse to church. That's a beautiful thing on your part, and I thank you for it. Let's all pray for that day when all Christians are one in heart and in mind. Enjoy another day in God's presence.